At 80 years old, Barry Gibb, the last surviving member of the legendary Bee Gees, carries a weight that few could ever imagine. Behind the glittering fame, timeless hits, and unforgettable harmonies lies a story filled with immense loss, loneliness, and heartache. The man who helped define an entire era of music with songs like Stayin' Alive, How Deep Is Your Love, and To Love Somebody has faced a lifetime of tragedy that continues to haunt him even today. Born into a family bound by music, Barry and his brothers, Robin, Maurice, and Andy, became icons of the 1970s, dominating charts and shaping the sound of pop and disco for generations. But as the years passed, fame came with a devastating cost. Barry watched one by one as each of his brothers passed away, leaving him the only Gibb left to carry their legacy. Maurice died suddenly in 2003 due to complications from a twisted intestine. Robin lost his battle with cancer in 2012, and their youngest brother Andy tragically passed at just 30 years old from heart failure brought on by addiction. For Barry, losing his brothers was like losing parts of himself. The bond they shared went far beyond music. It was spiritual, emotional, and lifelong. In multiple interviews, Barry has confessed that he still struggles with grief every single day. "I can't handle the thought of being the only one left," he once said. "We were a unit. I never imagined being here without them." Those words reveal the depth of the sorrow that still lingers beneath his calm and gentle exterior. Despite the unimaginable losses, Barry continued to perform, often dedicating his shows to his brother's memories. But fans who have seen him live in recent years notice the sadness in his eyes. Behind every performance of How Can You Mend a Broken Heart is a man who knows that question all too well. Friends close to him say he often talks to his late brothers before going on stage, believing they're still there with him in spirit. In recent years, Barry has also faced health struggles of his own. Though he's remained active in music, the toll of aging and decades of performing have affected his stamina. He's spoken openly about the emotional exhaustion that comes from being a survivor, not only of fame, but of loss, betrayal, and time. The isolation of being the last Gibb brother has left him reflective, often revisiting old memories through unreleased recordings and family videos that remind him of better times. The pain of fame has also been a recurring theme in Barry's later interviews. He has admitted that, while he's grateful for the Bee Gees' success, the pressures of fame and the intense scrutiny tore his family apart. "Fame can be poison," he once said softly. "We were just kids who wanted to make music. None of us were ready for how big it became." That statement speaks volumes about the hidden pain behind the glamour of stardom. Still, Barry has tried to find light amid the darkness. His wife, Linda Gray, whom he married in 1970, has been his rock through every storm. Their love has endured fame, heartbreak, and loss, providing him with the stability he desperately needed. They live a quiet life in Miami, far removed from the chaos of his youth, where Barry spends his time surrounded by family and the music that once made him and his brothers immortal. For fans around the world, Barry Gibb remains a living legend, but also a man who has endured more than most could bear. His songs continue to echo through generations, carrying both joy and sorrow in every note. And as he enters his twilight years, the tragedy of his story becomes even more poignant. The voice that once harmonized with his brothers now sings alone. Still, Barry has found a way to keep their spirit alive. "Every time I sing," he once said, "I hear them with me. They never left." Those words, simple yet powerful, capture the essence of Barry Gibb's life, one of love, loss, and the unbreakable bond of family. For the millions who grew up listening to the Bee Gees, his story is more than heartbreaking. It's a reminder that even legends carry invisible scars. And though Barry may be the last one standing, his brothers' voices live on in every melody, every harmony, and every soul that their music ever touched.